Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Heartgold. In the last episode, we took care of the Gym Leader rematches, and in this episode, the Elite Four stands no chance. Off screen, I did some stuff, mainly buying stuff. I'm up to 20 full restores, up from 13, 30 Hyper Potions, up from 23, up to 40 of those, up to 20 of those. And that looks like it. I also bought myself some more repels since I was running low. I also got myself a whole buttload of Dusk Balls and Net Balls because I'll need them after this. And, what was I going to do? One thing that I've been meaning to do since I've barely ever used Double Edge for my Typhlosion, teaching him Focus Blast. Because it would really help if he was able to take out, you know, stuff. So Eruption, Solar Beam, Sunny Day, and Focus Blast. That'll work. I mean, I could always use my Red Herb to get him to get a Solar Beam off in one, but there we are. Show you my Pokemon now. Brought him up from 66 to 72, and he didn't learn anything new. I think it was 62 to 70, nothing new except Acid Armor, which it learned at level 64. I replaced Aqua Ring because I think Acid Armor is a bit better, plus I have healing items. Aqua Ring might be better in competitive battling now. Up to 73, up from 62 I think it was, and you just saw me give him Focus Blast. Up to 70, no changes, although I kind of want to give him Stone Edge, but not for the Elite Four, simply because of the fact that, you know, I need the power points in order to get through the Elite Four. I taught him Stealth Rock, because I got that as a TM in Mount Silver, and I erased Hypnosis. It's going to make catching Kyogre and Mewtwo a bit tougher, but I think I'll live. Plus, it'll really help in the fight against Red if like, for example, during Snorlax, if I can get off 2 Stealth Rocks and survive, and then begin to whittle down his Snorlax. When his Charizard comes in, it should do at least half damage, so that'll work. And then Tauros, which I did not get anything to replace Iron Tail yet, but I'm thinking about doing Stone Edge for him as well, since I think he could outspeed a lot of different stuff. Mainly because I'm not using Iron Tail at all, and how many... I have 1 Stone Edge, so I'd have to think about it carefully. I think I also got myself an emergency Earthquake, yeah. So yeah, Heracross is eventually going to get Earthquake in replacement of Aerial Ace. Anyway, once you're into the story, you'll be facing the Elite Four. Yes, I know. One thing I do like about Storm Silver is that instead of there being a door at the end of each one, right over here, there is a Kadabra at the end that can teleport you to any of the Elite Four rooms except for the Champion. And when you defeat the last one, it becomes an Alakazam that can teleport you to the Champion room, which is pretty sweet. Anyway, doing all these in one, I'm not gonna bother to separate these into multiple videos, so this might be pretty long, considering each one of these guys has 6 Pokemon, and it's going to be hard to sweep them, even with the increased levels. Anyway, starting off with Will, again, the oh-so-fabulous Will. And he's starting off with Bronzong, level 58. Yes, I might be a bit over-leveled now, but the Elite Four, let's just say that the difficulty spikes with each one, so if I know anything about Bronzong, it's going to take 2 Thunderbolts for this. Okay, fine, set up a Reflect. A lot of my moves that can take you down are special-based anyway. Besides, Bronzong has higher defense than special defense, so I know exactly how this thing works. I have one. Alright, that takes care of the first Pokemon. Give me all that experience. Jinx, you're up next, and you're going to get Eruptioned. Swapsies, speed up function for the win. Anyway, this thing will probably know Blizzard, Lovely Kiss. Forewarn is its ability. Not gonna help you at all, though. Kaboom. Yeah, you didn't get a chance. Probably Blizzard, Psychic, Lovely Kiss, and something else. Probably Shadow Ball. I don't know. Jinx can learn a decent amount of moves, even though I hate them. Which poses my question of the day. What is your least favorite Pokemon and or least favorite member of the Elite Four? And for this one, Grumpig's got pretty good defense there. For me, I'd say my least favorite Pokemon of all time is a Unknown. and for different reasons, and not just because they scared the crap out of me when I first watched the third Pokemon movie. First one was Mewtwo Strikes Back, the second one was 2000, the one with the 3 legendary birds. Third one was Entei and the Unknown, and that one scared the crap out of me. I don't know why, those Unknown just freaked me the hell out. Oh wow, Grumpig actually went before Raiju, okay. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like the Unknown. Others I'd list, but I want to save that for my top 10 least favorite Pokemon list. As for my least favorite Elite Four, part of me wants to say Koga, but the fact that he was promoted to Elite Four from Gym Leader is actually an impressive thing. Although it does say a lot about the Elite Four selection standards. Let me think. And this doesn't include champions, this just includes the Elite Four members themselves. I'm gonna go with Bruno, simply because he was used twice. I mean, I know that speaks to how good of a trainer Bruno is, but it also shows the lack of creativity. It also shows the lack of any good fighting types. And besides, Bruno is never a challenge. I mean, it's always easy to sweep him. There we go. Takes care of Grumpig. Yeah, so my least favorite Pokemon Unknown, my least favorite Elite Four is Bruno. Yeah, I'd have to say so. I mean, Phoebe's also up there with one of my least favorites. I mean, the fact that she's such a successful trainer at her age is impressive, but the way she dresses is just, especially for how young she is. I think she's like 12. If she's older than that, she certainly doesn't look it. That's one of the reasons why I don't like her. But yeah, I think if it's a contest between Phoebe and Bruno, it's gotta be Bruno, because at least Phoebe's got a relatively versatile typing. I mean, granted, Ghost and Fighting are both really versatile now, but back in Generations 2 and 3 they weren't. Hell, even Generation 4, when this game was released, Bruno's still kind of one-dimensional. Matter of fact, I'm reasonably sure, I'm not even sure if Bruno has a Lucario, which is like the staple fighting type of Generation 4. And Gardevoir. Gardevoir's got piss poor defense, so go ahead and swap these. Speed that up for you guys. Level 61. Traced Anger Point, so I really have to make sure I don't get a critical hit. Although the Gardevoir would never have good regular attack. Anyway, Silk Scarf, Giga Impact. Yep, that did it. That was kind of a bit reckless because I'm willing to bet that Gardevoir knew Focus Blast. And finally, main Pokemon, Xatu. As per usual, I think this one's going to be like level 59. He is a lot tougher than he was in his original match. Level 62 is his main. Let's see, what was his Xatu at level 44? So this thing is up about 18 levels from its original, and it's fast, so speed that up. Come on! There you go, speed that up. And he's dealt with. I have no idea what my recording is at. I think about 7 minutes 40 seconds, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Won't change my course, battling, stand above all trainers, experience true ferocity at the Elite Four. Yes, I know I said ferocity. Anyway, I think Bruno leads with his Crobat this time around. They changed around the orders a little bit. Really should have went and tried to find some lemonade so I wouldn't have to use hyper potions in between battles. So, looks like Amphi's staying out. Yep, Amphi's staying out. Because if he does lead with Crobat, it's probably going to use Wing Attack if I have my Heracross out. And Heracross, even if the thing is 20 levels lower, will die from a Wing Attack. Koga, the Elite Four. You live in the Shadows and Ninja, Intricate, Confusion, Poison, and Sleep. You barely ever use any of those. And here comes the rematch with Koga. As far as I know, the only gym leader besides Wallace to be elevated to Elite Four. Technically, Wallace wasn't elevated to Elite Four, he was elevated to Champion. Well, I didn't think this out. Skunk Tank. Surprisingly fast for a giant fat-ass skunk with high HP. Also, well, Skunk Tank's got a very good moveset. Although, I'm wondering how it learns Flamethrower and which side does its Flamethrower get out of. Well, that's not fair. That's one of the moves that's going to be one of the death exceptions in my Kazluck run. Yeah, what I'm going to be doing, eventually I'm going to do a Storm Silver Nuzlocke, and I put that in parentheses because it's a casual Nuzlocke. Toxicroak, eh? Alright. Talos, you get out there. Basically, the rules of a Kazluck are as follows. Your starter is immune from death. That's one of the casual rules. Well, your starter is immune from death in most circumstances. Oh, come on. There you go. Certain moves, if they result in death, do not result in death. Those would be Explosion, Self-Destruct, Destiny Bond. Parasong still counts, because that's the entire point of Parasong, is to kill. But yeah, Destiny Bond, Explosion, and Self-Destruct are fainting moves. When your Pokemon faints, you have exactly one turn to revive them, otherwise they die. If you revive them before they die, they live. So say Talos fainted there, and I sent him out. If I didn't spend my first turn reviving, he's dead permanently. Yeah, I think about it, my rules for a Kazluck are actually a lot more complex than a Nuzlocke. Nuzlocke is simple. Catch the first Pokemon on the route, nothing else. Faints, gets released. White out, game over. Simple, right? For me, white out equal, first of all, when you faint a Pokemon, it gets put in the death box. That's one thing that's definitely different from most Nuzlockes, is that your Pokemon don't get released. They get put in a box that's labeled as death. And there's only one way to revive your Pokemon from death, and that's with Sacred Ash. Hi, Crobat. Corruption again? Oh, god fucking damn it. Wasting one of my eruptions. But yeah, since you only get a maximum of 2 per game, 2 Sacred Ashes per game for Storm Silver and Heartgold, Sacred Gold rather, you only get 2 per game, so that's a maximum of 5 Pokemon revived. Oh yeah, that's another thing, is that he's going to use an item here. I thought Eruption would kill Crobat. No, use this turn to... No, not to run, to heal. Canaphros... Okay, that works. But yeah, there's also a few more provisions. I'm keeping one of the provisions sort of around. Catch one Pokemon from the route. The one provision I'll make is you get to choose which Pokemon you catch. You still have to nickname all your Pokemon. Yep, switch keys. Yep, you still have to name all your Pokemon. You still only get one shot at capturing a Pokemon. But you get to choose which one it is. Alright, since he's going to outspeed me, I can just throw out the Thunderbolt right away. There are certain death provisions. For example, if your Pokemon faints by confusion, it doesn't matter what happens, that Pokemon is dead unless it's Sacred Ashed. So if I chose, say, Crocodile for Alligator as my starter, and it killed itself via confusion or recoil damage, it's dead. It doesn't matter if the starter is immune to most types of death. Also, if your Pokemon survives poisoning outside of battle, that's death as well. So say Raiju got poisoned and had like 1 HP, and if I took 4 steps and it said the poisoning faded away, I couldn't use it. It'd be considered a dead Pokemon. Yeah, so anything with recoil damage, hurt by confusion, outside of battle, getting poisoned to death, those are all deaths. Oh yeah, one more thing is the roaming legendaries would not count toward the first Pokemon in each route if I did do a regular Nuzlocke. I'm not sure if that's how it actually is, but if I went into, like, say, the route above Mahogany and encountered Raikou as the first Pokemon, I would still be allowed to capture another. That's also one thing I'll say, is that when you go into a route, if you've already caught a Pokemon there, you can still capture one of the roamings there. There are a lot of different rules that go along with my casual Nuzlocke. And Muck is next. If Braxis wasn't asleep, I'd totally earthquake the crap out of it. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time talking about this. Like 8 minutes. The only thing that annoys me about Koga is that his Pokemon take forever to faint. So, Confuse Ray. There we are. I can't Toxic him. Please don't minimize the hell out of yourself. There we are. Yeah, this could take a while. Especially since it's got Black Sludge. What are you gonna do now? Swagger, eh? Confuse, Screech, snapped out of confusion, and I miss. Hurt yourself in confusion, excess sensory, and faint it. Awesome. Yeah, I just had to speed out that last part because whenever I bring out Talos, it's a slow and steady march to the Pokemon's demise. There we are. Alright, so I talked about least favorite Pokemon and least favorite Elite Four in that one. In this one I talked about the casual Nuzlocke. What am I going to talk about with Bruno? I haven't decided yet, and I've got a heal. Unfortunately, I really should have bought, like, super potions as well. You know what, the other guys don't really need heals. So, Bruno is next, right? So that means, Zen Headbutt. Oh yeah, I need to full heal him. And, you also get the Silk Scarf taken off. Mystic Water, Expert Belts, Amulet Coin, Choice Band. Take that off of you. Although that could be useful. Oh, what? These are healing items. Choice Band for you. And who's got the Expert Belt? Raiju? You're not going to need it for this next battle. Scarab, however, you will. There we are. Okay. Next up is Bruno. Awesome. Bruno, the Elite Four, always trained to the extreme, believe potential, come strong, withstand power, fear you, dare battle, ready, butts, overwhelming power, hoo-ha! And Bruno! Okay, so, I'm trying to think about a question for this one, and let's get rid of this. There we are, that's something on my phone. I think my question would be, what is your favorite generation of Pokemon? See, I'm actually a bit torn on this, because one of my favorites, I'd say it's split in between Hoenn Generation 3 and Johto Generation 2. But I love Generation 1 and Generation 4. Generation 5 and 6 I'm on the fence about. I did like Generation 6 more than Generation 5, though. For me, thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and say Generation 3 simply because I think they took the most successful chances. Like, it's more of an exotic area, but they still managed to make a lot of the Pokemon look good. I mean, Sceptile looks like a jungle fighter. Blaziken looks like something that might be bred in the jungle. Swampert looks like something that would come from a swamp. You get that sort of feel from it. Meanwhile, I think Generation 5 had my least favorite set, like, overall of new Pokemon. I mean, come on. Vanillux, it's an ice cream cone. I don't like it. But, yeah, and Garbodor, it's literally just bags of garbage. Also not one of my favorites. Hariyama! That's the first new one you've shown us. It's the Sumo Wrestler Pokemon having a ton of HP. Should not survive Zen Headbutt. But yeah, Generation 2 I obviously love. A couple of my favorite Pokemon all-time are from there. One of my favorite Pokemon from all time is from Generation 1, and overall Generation 1 has had very good Pokemon in general. Generation 4 had some pretty good Pokemon and some not-so-good ones. Well, Braxis isn't very heavy, so... Alright. I think I can get away with doing another Zen Headbutt. There we are. But yeah, I'd say Hoenn is my favorite generation of Pokemon. It also introduced the first actual usable dragon. I mean, Kingdra was okay if you had a buddy to trade with, and Dragonite was sort of stereotypical, but then Salamence came along. It's the first real actual dragon, in my opinion. Alright, sorry if you guys noticed a bit of a cut. I had to run an errand really quickly. It required some physical effort on my part, but I got it done. Whew. Anyway, his Botchamp usually won't have anything too dangerous. Probably Stone Edge and Cross Chopper as main moves. Other words, maybe Earthquake. Not sure what else. Physical powerhouse, though, you gotta be careful. With decent defense. Choice band probably would have been a better option instead of the expert belt. Anyway, this shouldn't do too much damage. Yep, not a lot. Full restore all you want, and we'll postpone the inevitable. And there you go. And his last Pokemon will, of course, be his trusty Onix. Why a fighting type has an Onix? I don't know. No idea. Oh, no, it is a Lucario. Never mind. The guy's moving up. I want a Lucario. Anyway, it's level 64, so do have to be careful. Lucario has a very wide range of moves to use, and can either be a physical or special sweeper depending on its nature, its IVs, and its EVs, so one thing that is universal though, generally low special defense. As long as you outspeed it, you should be fine. And that takes care of Bruno. Probably my least favorite of the Elite Four. Put on a shirt next time. Ugh. Okay, healsies. Although I will notice that I'm steadily getting more and more surprised by the Elite Four. Here we are, healsies for you, and healsies for you. Next, I cannot remember for the life of me what she starts with, so take item from you. Give you the expert belt, since I don't know what she starts with. But I know she has at least one Pokemon that is weak to electricity. And then you go over here, and then I'll give you back the Silk Scarf. Yes, switch items, and then Choice Band goes to you. And then you got the Mystic Water here, Charcoal here, Amulet Coin here. Okay! Yay! Here we are! One of my favorite room designs ever in an Elite Four room. The dark crystals, the dark floor, I love it. The curtains. How amusing, love dark to overpowering tactics, take them on, entertainment, go. Karen of the Elite Four, which is going to prompt my next question. Which Elite Four room design is your personal favorite or most memorable if you don't have a favorite one? Should have gone with the fighting type. Weevil, pressure, very it's an ice fighting type, so ice dark type rather, and good attack, so you gotta be careful. How much will this do? Decent chunk. Awesome, didn't miss. Anyway, Karen's is definitely one of my favorite. Seabold in X and Y with the water. I loved that one a lot. What else? I think it was Chantel's room in Black and White, where as you went up the staircase, the ghostly lights slowly went on as you went up. I love that one as well. Spiritomb, Dark Ghost type, no weaknesses, so your best bet is to send out... What do I want to send out? It's probably going to know Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, that kind of stuff. We got 266 attack there, 179 special attack. I got it. Since he's going to take a turn to set up anyway, I'll take a turn to set up. Throw a Sunny Day out there and then an Eruption. That should take care of Spiritomb. And another one with Pressure. As long as I can still use a move that has one power point, I should be fine. Sunlight turned harsh. Curse! Okay, put a curse on me. I don't mind that. He's not going to spend any more of this battle out anyway. I'm surprised she didn't have a Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry with Curse is actually not a bad plan. Afflicted by Curse. And then Eruption. Although, now that I think about it, if this Eruption doesn't KO him, I have to switch. And done! Spiritomb! Done. You know, only the second person to ever have a Spiritomb that I've fought, and the other one was Cynthia. Spiritomb does kind of scare me, though. Afflicted by Curse. Houndoom is next. Okie dokie. You know what that means. Quanta, surf the crap out of him. But yeah, Karen's is probably my most memorable, at least in the remake. In the original, it wasn't that good. And then Seabold and Chantel are also good ones. What else? I'm not sure what else, honestly. Go ahead and use Dark Pulse. So it's hard for me to choose a specific favorite of them. Also, I think my favorite gym design has to be the 8th gym in black and white with the dragon sculptures. I love that design. I mean, it was very easy to get used to, but... And, you know, it could have been a little bit more innovative, but... Go ahead and... There we are. They could have done a lot more with the design, but it's one of my favorite gym layouts, without a doubt. Certainly not gimmicky or teleport heavy. And super effective again, Sunlight is strong, the only reason he's not fainting right away. Dark Pulse again, Surf again, you're dead. There we go, Sunlight faded, and Honchkrow is next. That's why I originally went out with Raiju, and then got ice punched in the face by a Weevil. Honchkrow! One of my favorite dark types, and so glad that Murkrow got an evolution. It's got good special attack and pretty good speed, so you gotta be careful, and it's got a decent moveset. Because I know it knows at least Dark Pulse. And I'm pretty sure that it learns Drill Peck through heart scaling. But, like most of my favorite Pokemon, it's also kind of squishy, so you have to go first. And lastly, but not leastly, Umbreon. Main reason I wanted Scarab. This god-awful, annoying, piece of crap, tanky Umbreon. Get close combat it. Choice Bandit close combat it. I'm 6 levels higher. Now I think about it, it might be overkill, considering... It might have been a bit overkill, honestly. You got 120 power, followed by the times 2, that's 240, and the same type attack bonus times 1.5, and then Choice Band. And then Attack Nature, Attack EVs. And Absol is your last Pokemon, level 62. One of my favorite designs of any Dark-type Pokemon, and I was always annoyed it didn't get an evolution. I would actually like Absol to get an evolution before Mega Evolution, but thank you X and Y for ruining that dream. Although Mega Absol looks like the Angel of Death, and I love it. It keeps its same design, but it gets like angel wings on its back. It's awesome. And finally, Karen. Awesome. There's only the selfish perception of people. Truly, a skilled trainer should try to win with the Pokemon they love best. And then I accidentally talked to her again. Alright. So. Now, time to do some healsies, because I need it. Plus, we're about to head into the champion room. We should really be healed. Talos, you are going to be such a useful wall. Alright, let me check my PowerPoints. I know... you might need an elixir. You definitely need an ether on eruption. Alright, so that's all I really need. So, let me grab my only ether. No, not you. You. Got it. And then I've got a couple... Oh, I don't have any regular ethers. Okay, fine. The max ether was overkill, but... Alright, so... Go ahead and... Item... Take. Took the Mystic Water. Item Give. And then... Oh. Yeah. Do I not have the Never Melt Ice on me? I should have it somewhere. Pure Essence, Big Pearl Soul Dew. Little Coat, XP Share, Leaf Coat, there it is, Never Melt Ice. Alright, Choice Band would not be good for you, considering you're weak to almost everything in this next battle. If I have Raiju Thunderbolting the entire time, give you a Thunderbolter. Thunderbolt for Raiju. And then... What do you have? No, I think it's time you learn Stone Edge. Oh, passed it. You need Stone Edge. Get rid of that Iron Tail, which I never use. Okay, and then because of that, slight increase in effectiveness on super effective moves. There you go. Alright, so going into this champion battle, we have a Choice Band Ampharos who's going to be spamming Thunderbolt. Charcoaling Typhlosion that knows Focus Blast. I need to give him an item, but Mega Horn, Close Combat, Rock Slide, Aerial Ace. It's a good moveset. Ice Beam again, Never Melt Ice, Shadow Ball, Surf, Acid Armor. Almost unchanged. You know what, You know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna use entry hazards. I'm gonna lead off with Talos and use Stealth Rock a couple of times, because I've never done that before. Let me go ahead and save it just to make sure, in case my emulator crashes like it has a tendency to. My emulator does have a tendency to crash. If it does crash, then I can simply hit the X button on top and it'll have saved my progress. I will, however, just restart the Elite Four if I lose here, so... What do you have to say for yourself, Lance? I wish they would give them new dialogue for the rematches like they do in X and Y. I've actually not fought the rematches in X and Y, I've just seen some footage. Moment of silence for this incredible music. Time to defeat Champion Lance, and he's starting off with his Salamence, level 72. Like we'll know, Earthquake, Flamethrower, I did not think of that, honestly. Probably Outrage at this stage as well. Yep, Flamethrower. Alright. Throw another Stealth Rock out there. Oh, tank it with 1 HP! Tank it with... Oh. You can't put out multiple Stealth Rocks, that's good to know. Dragon Claw, okay, and now you get confused. Alright, Lumberry snapped out of confusion. Because he has Outrage. Try using Outrage and not being confused now. Okay, looks like I'm in a bit of a healing area right here. And now... There we are, that should do it. Awesome. Alright, now when I heal, I'm going to throw a Toxic at him and then I'll switch. Shadow Claw, huh? So now we know his moveset is Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw, a Flamethrower, and most likely Outrage. Oh, come on, stop burning me. It forces me to have to use an item. I don't mind using items. There we are. Especially since this guy's probably got a few items of his own. Oh, come on! Screw it. Confuse you again. Toxifusion. Bet you love that, don't you? Fine, one more full restore for me. There we are. What are you gonna do now? Hurt yourself in confusion. Awesome. Hurt by poison. Stealth Rock. Alright, this next one, whatever happens, is going to kill him, I think, the Toxic. And I don't think he'll heal at this stage, and if he does, oh well. Snapped out of confusion and used rest, of course. So why would he... the Lumberry not for Outrage, really? Okay. Well, just go ahead and confuse Ray, and you've got one more turn before you're awake again, so extra sensory. Now Toxic again. Confused and use Shadow Claw. Why is he not using Flamethrower? Damn it, didn't mean to do that. Snapped out of confusion, used Flamethrower, and now I'm burned again! Oh, come the fuck on! Well, that was annoying. 1 HP. I know I tanked it with 1 HP once, but... Alright. Confuse Ryu again. And now extra sensory. Yeah, I'm sorry about this all the speed upping, but it's really the only way to fight with Talos. Okay, I thought Talos was dead there. Charizard is next. Okay. This is one of the reasons why I gave you Stone Edge, Braxis. Outspeed a Charizard, please. Regardless of level. And please, hopefully this Charizard does not know Focus Blast. Aha! Look at that Stealth Rock go! And Charizard's now done. And Stealth Rock helps a lot against these flying types. I'm pretty sure most of his Pokemon have a flying subtype, so it's going to do at least a quarter damage. Charizard's quad weak, so it did half. Dragonite is next. I don't know which Dragonite this is, because if this is the Thunder Dragonite, Quanta's probably dead here. Alright, which one is it? 75. This is his main one. It knows Thunder. I'm screwed. Safeguard, okay, I don't mind that. I'm not gonna freeze you anyway. Never Melt Ice level 70, quad effective, come on. But the only thing that would make this better is if I had a nice subtype. Whew. Okay. Alright, I'm okay. Gyarados up next. Get out there, Raiju. Tank an Earthquake, please. And that's assuming you don't go first. Gyarados is pretty slow, but I think we've established that Raiju can't outspeed anything. Go ahead and intimidate me. And the Stealth Rock cut into Gyarados, which is awesome. Leading off with a Dragon's Dance against an Electric type is a really dumb move. You have to try to KO an Electric type the second it comes in if you're a Water Flying type. Although raising attack and speed is pretty cool. I will admit, if I ever use Gyarados, I always have Dragon Dance on him, since it's completely overpowered. But yeah, this Stealth Rock, though. Choosing to start with Stealth Rock and just sort of wall it out with Talos was a great idea. 73 for Raiju, thank you. Garchomp. The one Pokemon on his team that won't get 1/4 of his HP ripped away by Stealth Rock. It's also the one that's most likely to outspeed me. Hello! You're basically Cynthia's Garchomp, hi! And you're leading with Swords Dance against something that has something that's quad effective against you. You should have just used Dragon Rush while you had the chance. Although I admit, if this doesn't one-hit KO him, I might be screwed. Because once a Garchomp gets going with a Swords Dance, it's almost impossible to stop. Okay, good. I think Garchomp is one of my most feared Pokemon. It's fast and has Swords Dance. Altaria, your last Pokemon, mostly a wall. You really should have led with this. Especially if it knows something like, you know, Stealth Rock or something. Thought this would never happen. Do you remember our last battle? Oh, you double-teaming whore. Alright, Dragon Flying type, let's see if I can punish you effectively for this. Thank you, Stealth Rock. Without Stealth Rock, that battle would not have been so easy. Whew. So, if you were wondering how to defeat Lance relatively easily, Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock for the win! Give me that $3 grand. It's time to go into the Hall of Fame yet again. We've seen this before. We don't need to see this, we just need to see us be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And you still don't get the interview the second time around. Whew. Oh, man. I will not be showing the credits this time around, guys, because we've already seen them, and we're going to see the credits one more time before the series is over. We'll show us being inducted into the Hall of Fame, though. Again. Because if I didn't use Stealth Rock, that fight would have been very annoying. As a matter of fact, it was. If I didn't come with as many healing items. And I should have turned on the Disable 3D Edge marking. That would have looked a lot better. Hall of Fame! Talos Bronzong, level 70, met in Union Cave. Thank you, Bronzong. Boostino, once again, this time level 73. Of course, met at New Barktown. I didn't know he cried twice. Heracross! My second new team member. Scarab, level 70, hatched at Route 34. Yeah, I hatched him. If you guys remember, I actually caught the first one right outside Union Cave. Aquana Vaporeon here for the second time, with only one different move. Next. Raiju of Ampharos, level 73, with only one new move. Tauros. Roxas here again for the second time, level 70, with a few new moves to boot. There we are. Oh, Vaporeon's face is clouded by Typhlosion. Damn it. Typhlosion, you are such a glory hog. Jesus. Man, I should have swapped Vaporeon and Heracross in my lineup. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, guys, take care and tune in for more. Hope you guys are ready, because Kyogre and Mewtwo are next. Not Red, Kyogre. I will record Red next, but he won't be next. See you guys next time.